If you don't want to ruin your vacation because you won't be able to fly, watch this video. After May 7th, you will need a real ID compliant driver's license, state ID, or another TSA approved form of identification, such as a passport, military ID, or DHS trusted traveler card, to board domestic flights and enter certain federal facilities. While the Real ID Act sets security standards for state-issued driver's licenses and identification cards, not every U.S. citizen is required to have one. However, starting May 7, 2025, a real ID-compliant license or another acceptable form of identification, such as a passport, will be required to board domestic flights, enter federal facilities, and access certain federal buildings. If you don't need to fly domestically or enter secure federal sites, you can still use a standard driver's license or another form of identification. You may not need a real ID if you already have a valid U.S. passport. How do you know if you have a real ID license? You can tell if your driver's license or state-issued ID is Real ID compliant by looking for a star in the upper right-hand corner of the card. The star may appear as a gold or black star, a cutout star in a gold circle, a black star inside a white circle. Your ID is not Real ID compliant if it does not have a star. Some states, like California and Illinois, mark non-compliant IDs with federal limits apply. If you're unsure, you can also check with your state's DMV website or visit a local DMV office to verify. Is the deadline May 7th to have a real ID to travel? Yes, the deadline is May 7th, 2025. After that date, you will need a Real ID compliant driver's license, state ID, or another TSA approved form of identification, such as a passport, military ID, or DHS trusted traveler card, to board domestic flights and enter certain federal facilities. If you already have a valid passport, you can still use it for travel instead of a real ID. This message was brought to you by the Liberty International Network Community News.